Alright, welcome back. So we're back in C Sharp and we got our raycaster and everything. What we're gonna do is first take that shooter package that I gave out for free in the previous episode. If you don't have it, you could just take it again from this one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete the dude that we have and we're gonna add the dude that I made. Sure. So let's reset all his positions. Alright, and then make him the main, make him part of the object dummy that we had, which is our physics controller, and that should be it for that. Now for the next thing, what we're gonna do is go to the shotgun, take out the node, and move it somewhere like ahead of you, I guess. Somewhere like right in front of us, I guess, not too far away. Looks good enough. Okay, next we're gonna go into the main player. We're gonna do a little bit of changes. So I made these little changes. I made the radius half, the maximum height as 5, minimum height is -2, so I can move a lot. The following object is still there, and then the main character is the object that we're gonna rotate around. Okay, so since we're done with that, let's go back to the code that we had, and that was our raycaster code. In the C++, I made a new object and started from there, but if you want to make a new one, go ahead. If you want to just go over it, which I'm going to do over here because I'm lazy, that's what I'm going to do. So, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to follow the same way I did with the C++, and that would be go into the shotgun, we edit it, and then we change its intersection mask to number 2, because I don't want it to be interacting with anything else except 2, and I'm just going to call it the equipable item mask. So now anything that has this means it is equipable. Alright, and then we're going to do a little change here. Instead of this, we're going to write 2, or we're going to write the bit mask. And to write the bit mask, you go back over here, you copy the number that's over here, Control C, and then over here you just write 0x, and then you paste that number with no spaces. So you just have to go through and no spaces, and that is going to be your number. If you want to be exact, let's say if you had a specific number over here, so something like if you set all, you can already see that the numbers are F, and you don't know how to write that in int because it's actually max number. So what you do is you just copy paste, press 0x, and write the next 4, or copy paste it and delete the spaces. So before we do anything, I'm going to do two things. One is I'm going to have a node that's called the equip. So private node equip, and that's going to be the object where we're going to equip it in. So if I were to go inside here, if I go into edit, I got something called the trigger point. Now what the trigger point is it's the exact position I made, like a node with the rotation that respects the shotgun. So if you saw the video before, what it does is it puts the shotgun exactly in place. So whenever animations I'll have, it'll be close enough to look exactly like how the shotgun would be held. I know the fingers are a little misaligned, but not my you can fix that yourself. But anyways, so if I were to, like, let's say make it a child, all right, and then for the shotgun reset everything, what it'll do is it'll become exactly where it needs to be handled on. And then once you add the animations, it's just going to be exactly held on like how you hold a shotgun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release it, move it back to where it was. Whatever. For now, we're just playing around with it. I will go back to the shotgun, reset its rotation. Doesn't deserve to be ruined in rotation. And that should be it. So what we're gonna do is let's save it. What we're going to do is that trigger point when we literally click in is going to be there. So let's go back here. We're going to do a private void. Alright, and we're going to do the init because we actually need to initialize two things. So first things first, we're going to make the ray as a new world intersection. You'll find out why later on, literally in the same episode. So, and then equip, we're going to make equip equals to the node.getChild, child number 0 is just a branch of a branch of a branch, and we're just gonna highlight and copy this and then paste it, I believe 1 to 4 times if I were correct. Let's check it out. So it's gonna be node.getChild 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so I was correct. We're gonna do that 4 times, and now equip is now the trigger point itself. And just to make sure, we're gonna check that out. We'll just do a log.message, and then we'll say equip.name. Alright, and that should be it for that. Now for if object, so if we were to actually connect the object, which was the one with the bitmask 2, which is the shotgun, I don't want it writing anything, so I'll just do a visualizer render point 3D, and I'm gonna do ray.point. So if you did not create a new ray, new world intersection, this is gonna give you an error, but since we did, it's not gonna give you an error. So we're gonna do that 0.1f, and I'm gonna make a vector for .red. Alright, next what we're gonna do is if I press input dot is key down, and I'm gonna do the exact same as my C++, and that is if the key is E, we're gonna do 2 things. First things first, we're gonna make equip dot add child. We're gonna add a child to it, and we're gonna add the object itself as the child, so the shotgun becomes the child. And then the next thing we're gonna do is reset it the position. So object dot position equals to vector 3.0, and that should be it. Let's check it out. So once it's done re-importing, save it and then play it. So now we have the thing running around. Yes, the camera does look a little bit too far away when we look down. You can always do it with an extra line of code where the further down it goes, the closer the camera gets. But for now, let's, alright, so we have it hovering over the shotgun, and we made sure the red indicates that we're actually hovering over it because it's a little far away. I don't want to move it and ruin something. So, and if we press E, it should automatically bounce into our hand, which it did, and now we have it equipped. So now when we turn, rotate, this is one really slow turn, but when we turn and rotate, the gun is now equipped into our hand. And what we're gonna do next is probably switch the state. So like this guy's just in T-pose, so what we're gonna do is make him stand normally, and the moment he gets it equipped, he's gonna be in aim. He's gonna be in, let's see, go into the animation, we're gonna go equipped and non-aiming, which will basically be let's see, so the moment we equip the guy, he's going to be in the idle animation, which is this animation. So if you really want to see it, it's gonna look we can keep him like this. Alright, let him just keep playing that animation. We press play and he's here. We'll make it so when we there we go, and now he's holding it. Yes, it's going through his fingers, but it's holding it exactly like a shotgun would. And yeah, there we go. We have our guy. We have him now just animation wise, let's just give him back his amazing T-pose animation, and that's it. Okay, so next episode we're gonna do character animation switching with the weapons, and then after that we're gonna add a few more things like aiming, shooting, interactions, and then from there we'll go even further on to inventories and all that stuff, and properties, and we'll see where it goes. But anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and there'll be more coming up soon. Alright, goodbye.